Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a quick 1 week review of the S21 Ultra that I have right here. And I've been using it for basically 1 week now, and I just decided to make a video going over all the things going from screen to battery to camera and all this other stuff. So obviously the first thing I want to talk about is the screen. Now when I say this is probably the best display on the market, I mean it. Now, I have zero complaints when it comes to the screen, but one thing I did wish they did was if you go into the settings when you first get your phone, the display is not set to Quad HD 120Hz. It's set to 120Hz FHD+, but since you're getting the Ultra, it should be set at Quad HD Plus automatically. You have to do that yourself. You go into the display settings and you just change the screen resolution, and it makes a big difference. It's a lot sharper, it's a lot cleaner. The next thing I heard, but hasn't happened to me, is that some people are having problems with scratches around the edge of the device, and that is why I recommend getting a case like I have here that has a little lip around the sides of the phone, so it's less prone to getting scratch damage on the display itself, because apparently with the edge of this display, it can cause scratches easier. And that's something that a lot of people don't like about edge displays, but for me personally, it hasn't happened to me yet, and I hope it never does, to be honest. So that's it basically for the display. It's great, no complaints, everything is awesome, you know, it's just perfect for me. Now when it comes to the battery life, let's talk about battery life. So far, go to battery. I've been doing 120Hz Quad HD all the time. I haven't lowered it because I don't want to. So you go to battery and device, click battery, and if I click it, I've only had screen on time for 2 hours and 5 minutes, but on those times I've been dual calling using Google Chrome, Snapchat, Twitter, Telegram, all those apps, and I'm still at 70%. Now this phone lasts a long time. On like a heavy usage day where I was using it for 7 hours screen on time, I went down to maybe like 25%, but that's on really heavy usage. I use this phone as my daily driver, of course, and when it comes to battery life, you will not be disappointed. You will never run into problems unless you're super heavy on this phone. Then obviously you will start to see the battery drain faster and faster. But if you use the phone normally like me, or just day-to-day usage, you should end the day with 45 to 50% on your device, which is amazing for this phone. Now when it comes to the snappiness of this device, I think it is very smooth, nothing lags, but one thing I do recommend doing is unlocking developer options and going down and changing the scaling of the animations. I have all the animations scaled at 0.5 because I think One UI in general still fails to deliver fast and smooth animations. I feel like they're too long. Like all they have to do is shorten them and it would be perfect, right? But the fact that you have to go into developer options just to do that is kind of disappointing in my opinion. Now that's basically it for when it comes to the battery and software. Nothing to complain about for One UI 3.1. It's honestly just very nice, very smooth. Everything about it, in my opinion, is actually good for once. I'm not the biggest fan of One UI, but I've kept with it and I've enjoyed it so far. I like all the features that they have. I like that this part is kind of transparent, which makes it look very nice in my opinion. And with Good Lock, it also gives you a bunch of other features that you can download and change yourself. Always on display is always nice as well. And overall, I have zero complaints for this phone, as you can tell by me talking about it. So if you see yesterday, I did make a video talking about how to install Gcam on your device, but as I'm using it, I really don't think it's necessary anymore. Like I've gotten some really nice pictures that I'll probably show up on the screen. I haven't done extensive pictures, so I'll just show like the 2 that I've taken. Now, as you can tell, this photo is probably a great example of how crisp and clean the camera is. This is at 108 megapixels, and you can zoom in and see each detail of that tree. It's just amazing in my opinion. Everything about this camera is wow factor to me. I know some people have seen when it comes to portrait shots, it's not the greatest at looking more realistic like iPhones are, but even at that, the edge detection is great from my personal experience. I haven't saved any of the pictures because like they were just random ones, but from my testing, they did very well. So basically, the camera, no complaints there. Video, same thing, no complaints there. Basically, as you can tell, what I'm getting at is there are no complaints that I can give for this phone other than the fact that it's not set to Quad HD 120Hz when it's out of the box, and that people are having some scratching display issues. but that hasn't happened to me. Maybe this video doesn't apply to Exynos variants of this device, but so far no complaints. I love the fact that the side panel is Google instead of Samsung's, and I like how there's no Bixby button. That is very good to see. The hole punch is very small, doesn't get in the way. I barely even notice it half the time. This is basically the perfect device that I can recommend to anyone at this day and age. If they want the best Android experience, then I know this is a steep price to pay, but in my opinion, it is basically worth it. You get everything that you pay for. I'm not a person that uses micro SD. The only thing I'm kind of sad about is the headphone jack, but that was gone in the S20. I had it on my S10 Plus, so that's why. But even at that, I still have wireless headphones, and I'll be reviewing the Galaxy Buds Pro in the future as well, because they're getting shipped to me, so look out for that. And basically, this phone is awesome. I recommend it to everyone, and let me know what you guys think about this phone in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.